Please click on the subscribe button so you get notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it.
All right. So other notable quarterback moves that have occurred this offseason include Kirk Cousins to Atlanta Falcons, Sam Darnold to the Minnesota Vikings, Sam Howell to the Seattle Seahawks, and Gardner Minshew to the Las Vegas Raiders. Alex, out of these four quarterback moves, who do you believe will have the most success next season and reinvigorate or revitalize their NFL career? Revive. Let's revive.
I think Gardner Minshew is actually interesting. Kirk Cousins, I mean,
He's got the weapons.
Man. He's got the weapons, but he's just not like he doesn't wow me when it comes to like the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? You know, like he's been making a lot of bank, but he just doesn't wow me. Like Gardner Minshew, I felt like he was pretty decent. I think you're probably his biggest advocate.
Yeah. I like Minshew mania. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the mustache or the hair, but bro, with Gardner Minshew, bro, I thought he is literally, in my opinion, Baker Mayfield, but with a little bit less talent and with bad opportunities.
Wow.
That's my opinion. Because like he wasn't bad with the Jaguars. He was just like a third or fourth round pick, and they didn't really like give him too much runway for. And they also had the number 1 overall pick with Trevor Lawrence that year. But he wasn't bad with the Jags. He was actually decent. He was decent with the Colts. He had him competitive. He had him right there in the playoff hunt. I think he's going to be great in the quarterback room for the Raiders. I think the Raiders should be excited about Minshew mania. My guy Jimmy G is with the Rams now.
Are they going to
They'll be a 9-8 team.
A 9-8?
8-9, 9-8. 8-9, 9-8. They won't be in a position to be able to draft a quarterback next year. I don't even think there are good quarterbacks coming out of the draft next year. Maybe Shedeur Sanders does pan out. We'll see how he plays. But I wouldn't be surprised if next year what they end up doing is packaging Devontae Adams and a pick and trying to move up in the draft, because Devontae is getting up there, and I think they might
he's
draft.
Already up there.
He is up there. He is up there. But I wouldn't be surprised if next year they package him and a pick and try to move up in the draft to get a quarterback.
I don't know if he'll have that much.
There's a quarterback to be taken. Right now would be the time to strike, right?
Yeah, I don't know. He's especially kind of already.
He is. I think he'll have a bounce back year under Gardner Minshew though. I think Gardner Minshew's
good. It's just the production wasn't there, like we usually, would see, I guess. But
they're saying like Aiden O'Connell might still be the starter. I'd go with Gardner Minshew. I think Gardner Minshew has more arm talent and is probably more capable. And I could see the Raiders being competitive, not necessarily maybe being in the hunt for a playoff spot, but not necessarily being much more than that. They're finally stable. They finally have something that they have been looking for, and that is a competent, stable head coach. And they got that with Antonio Pierce. They haven't had that. I'm sorry, John Gruden and Josh McDaniels was not that. They were fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right. I think the thing about kind of to move off of the Raiders, but Kirk Cousins to Atlanta is interesting because like I don't know why they offered him so much damn money over his career. Like
fully guaranteed too. I don't think the Atlanta one was fully guaranteed.
Blows my mind, bro. Like Atlanta is probably going to be way better next season for sure.
I mean they finally have a fucking quarterback, bro.
You got your quarterback now.
Kirk Cousins is going to be able to look at what he was able to do with Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, and Adam Thielen. He was great with them.
Dude,
Drake London.
I don't know. In the playoffs,
will he be able to bounce back? Oh, that's the thing. I don't think he's. That's the thing. Like, are they going to be competitive enough to maybe win the South and make the playoffs?
No.
Maybe
they might win the South. Yeah,
win the South to make the playoffs. Maybe, but will they win a Super Bowl? No, because primetime Kirk Cousins is a thing. He has the nickname Primetime Kirk Cousins because, and it's not a good nickname. We call him Primetime Kirk Cousins because he chokes in prime time. You put him in the playoffs, all the bright lights are on, and he's a great.
Wait a minute now.
A great human being.
When he played the Niners, he smoked us. I will not lie to you.
Was that a playoff game?
It was not a playoff game though.
Okay, there you go.
That's not flashes of greatness, but he just
that wasn't a playoff game.
Yeah, it's like Dak. Dak will play good during the regular season, and then kind of choke. The end.
It takes greatness like Brock Purdy to only be able to come back in back-to-back playoff games.
Speaking of 49er quarterbacks, we just signed Dobbs. Joshua
Dobbs. A shout out. Jimmy G, my guy. I was really hoping we would reunite with him, but he's down with the Rams now.
That's fine. That's fine with me.
He still ain't gonna be. They still, even with Jimmy on that sideline, they ain't gonna beat us. They ain't gonna beat us.
But what do you think Joshua Dobbs brings to the Niners?
Experience. First of all, with Joshua Dobbs there, it's now unquestionable Brock Purdy is the franchise quarterback of the 49ers. When they brought in Sam Darnold last year, they brought him in on a one-year deal because they were unsure of Brock Purdy and they knew what Sam Darnold could do. Bringing in Joshua Dobbs this offseason and re-signing Brady Allen just solidifies the fact that we believe that Brock Purdy is our franchise quarterback. It gives us another veteran quarterback in the QB room that can help develop Brock Purdy, help him with his preparation. It's a great signing because we also saw what Joshua Dobbs was able to do with both Arizona and Minnesota. With God forbid something happens to Brock and he has to step in for a game or two, I am comfortable with Joshua Dobbs being able to win us a game or two until Brock Purdy comes back. That's why I'm excited about Joshua Dobbs, because I know they re-signed Brady Allen, but I didn't believe Brady Allen was going to be the solution for the Niners at backup. I am more than comfortable with Joshua Dobbs being the backup. He's also been with the Steelers. He's a veteran. He's been in a bunch of systems. So imagine what he's going to do with the genius of Kyle Shanahan if he needs to ever come into a game. He ain't no Josh Johnson for damn sure.
Yeah, it'd be interesting for sure.
I also think Sam Howell to Seattle is going to be interesting because I thought he was a decent quarterback last year.
Yeah, I think interceptions was probably a big thing, but I thought like in terms of like passing yards and completions, like I don't know, I thought he was doing pretty well with the Commanders, but
he just didn't have any. I mean, he
was a rookie, is he not? I mean,
Ryan Robinson. It was his first year starting, second year in the league. Frankly, to be completely honest with you, I think he'll give Geno a run for his money in Seattle because I think
Geno had one great year.
I think Sam Howell has better arm talent than Geno, so I wouldn't be surprised if Sam becomes a starter. I honestly think Drew Lock should be the starter in New York next year. You know me, I was an advocate of fucking Drew Lock. I've been a fan of Drew Lock since I saw him play us this regular season. And bro, he has an arm. He wasn't bad with the Broncos. I thought he should have remained a starter with the Seahawks. I think Daniel Jones should 100% be fucking freaking out if Drew Lock is there, because I think Drew Lock would be a better starting quarterback for the New York Giants next year.
Yeah, I don't know. Giants will be interesting. Giants will probably be better, to be honest, defensively.
Eagles might be better.
Defensively, they have a lot of issues, not going to lie to you, but it's okay.
Alex, thank you for joining me today, bro. I appreciate you for being here. And guys, he'll be back with me because we're going to actually, one of the next topics of conversations that we're going to do is for recapping the 49ers offseason before the draft. So we're going to look at the moves that they made. We've had a really good offseason, and I kind of really want to dive into that for the faithful. So let's go, gang, Niner gang. Guys, if you're interested in buying real estate in the Northern California area, please hit up Alex Peralta Hernandez. He is a great real estate agent in the area, and he'd be more than happy to help you with any real estate questions that you may have. Thanks, bro.